Hey, thank you so much for volunteering for Night to Shine this year. My name is Bonnie and I'm part of the Night to Shine committee, and we just wanted to go over a couple of things to help you be successful in your role as a buddy. So a couple of things is first you're going to have check-in at the Methodist Church. Check-in is going to run between 3 and 4:30. At that check-in, you will receive your buddy badge, as well as we will have snacks available for you to hold you over in time for you to come to eat with your guests. Check-in is very important that you park there. You're going to load the bus and they're going to bring you over to the church. So a couple of things with that is that you're going to want to make sure that you are in the right attire. So when we say you're going to be a buddy, we need you to be in at least Sunday's best or better. You can take that as far as you want and do a formal gown or just in your Sunday's best. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to see me or anybody else on the committee. All right, so we've had a couple of situations in the past that we wanted to make sure that we cover going forward and making sure that we are using the right terminology when we're talking to our buddies. So some things that we want to avoid are offensive terms such as handicapped, disabled, retarded, cripple or quadriplegic, deaf and dumb, mentally different, autistic, epileptic, diseased, or wheelchair bound. We want to use some other phrases instead. So instead of a disabled person, we can say a person with disabilities. Or a special needs person, we can say a person that needs special attention. Instead of a wheelchair bound person, we can say a person in a wheelchair. So just think about the terms that you're using to make sure that you make your honored guests feel honored and not isolated. So a couple of things that we want to make sure that we make easy for you is the concerns about what do I do as a buddy with my honored guest. So we do have a wide range of guests coming. We do have some that are wheelchair bound. We have some that will need medication during the event. We have some that will need assistance with eating. So let me put you at ease and tell you, you are not responsible for those things. The only thing you are responsible for is being around your buddy the entire night. For example, if your person is in a wheelchair that has to be pushed, we would like you to push your person in the wheelchair. That is going to make them feel like you do care about them and that you are here for them. However, if you're paired with someone who has assistance with eating, you are not going to be the one to feed them. We will have their caregivers on site with them to help them eat, because some of them do have feeding tubes. Some of them are not able to eat the same foods that we eat, and they eat something similar to a baby food diet. Again, you will not be responsible for feeding them. They are responsible along with their caregiver. A couple of other things that we have is we always get the question about the restroom. No, you will not assist your person inside of the restroom stall. What we do ask is that you escort your guest to the restroom, and we have restroom attendants available on site. What we do ask is that you stay by the restroom door or within the restroom so that when your guest is completed, that you will stay with them the entire time. We don't want your guest to go into the restroom and you to walk off and not be found again. That makes it very difficult for your guests to find you again later. Also, we do have that some of our guests will need medication. If that is the case, we will tell you when you check in and get a sign, hey, kind of keep an eye on the clock, because we will ask you to go to a certain area into our first aid room at a certain time for them to get their medication, but it will be given from their caregiver. Again, you will not have to be messing with their medication in any way, shape, or form. A couple of other things that we want to make it easy is some of our guests do have sensory issues or communication issues, as in they may get overwhelmed or overstimulated very easily. We do have 2 sensory rooms available, but in the event that you are in a large area, as in the sanctuary, in the karaoke room, even at check-in, and your guest gets overstimulated, there will be plenty of assistance here on site for you. You can find any of our buddy floaters or people in the committee. They will be wearing their blue shirts, but we also have a good many of our teachers that will be on our sensory team, and they will be identified by wearing a vest. Please reach out to them at any time, because the one thing we don't want is to you to ever be alone with your guest and feel intimidated or out of control. So please, again, do not hesitate to reach out to anyone for help. Speaking of that, we never want you and your guests to be alone in any room at any time alone. That is a big no. We always want you to be with someone else. So if your person wants to go, your guest wants to go to the karaoke room, just ensure that there's at least the person running karaoke or yourself in there with them. Same thing with the bathroom. Again, we have bathroom attendants. You should never be alone with your guest anywhere. If they ask you to go somewhere, tell them no, or find someone who can assist you. Therefore, you will not be alone, because we will have buddy floaters available. Also, we never want to leave our guest alone. If that is the case, you need to find a buddy floater. We never want your guest to be sitting at a table alone or standing and you run and go get something. That's fine. Just make sure you have someone covering them so that they're never alone. That is one of the biggest things. Also, if your guest, we have had this in the past, so it needs to be brought to our attention quickly, is maybe there's a guest that's saying, hey, you're my girlfriend, hey, you're my boyfriend, or you're their date. Just reword it to, no, I'm here to be your buddy for the night. No, I'm here to be your friend for the night. We want to make sure that they never feel like you're in a relationship of any sort. That is to protect you going forward. Also, if you do get in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, maybe they touch your arm inappropriately, or they're just kind of saying some things that you don't like, please find somebody in a blue shirt. We will help you and resolve that situation very quickly. Going forward, if y'all have any questions, please reach out to your teacher, Leah, or any other teachers, and please get that information back to us so that we can make your experience as good as your guest experience. Thank you.